Yo, party peeps, what is up? It's your boy, the best gabber in the biz. Saturday night's main event is officially in the books. A lot of stuff went down, so let's just stop talking about it. Let's just start gabbing about it. First things first, let's just do a whole rundown of the entire show. Overall, if you were to say that this was a glorified house show, I will understand. Like, everything that happened. I don't think a lot of us were surprised. There was some good in-ring action, but at the end of the day, the biggest thing that happened on the show happened when the show went off the air. So let's just keep rolling and let's gab about it. Sami Zayn, Drew McIntyre went as it obviously expected. As much as I wanted Zayn to win, finally get a win over McIntyre, I'm not surprised. He's just the first chopping block. He's coming for everybody. He was saying on his Twitter, 1 down, 4 to go. I think that extra person is Solo because he's going around after all the original 5 members of the bloodline. So that means he's going to come after Jimmy, after Jay, after Solo, and eventually come for Roman. Which, those kind of things up in the air, because it's like, shit, are they going to do Drew and Roman at, like, Mania or something? Like, is that how long they're building this up? Either way. So, I get why Zayn didn't win, but god dang, it just freaking sucks. He keeps losing to Drew, and I'm really just hoping maybe Drew wins a world title next year, holds it for a few months, and then Zayn's the one that beats him, and then he gets to hold it for a few months, and it's like, yo, he may have always beaten him, like in all the other matches, but when it would matter the most, it was for the world championship. Zayn came out on top, and then wipe it clean. Then we get to women's stuff. We got the women's world championship, Io Sky and Liv Morgan. Again, no surprise, I said it, so if some of y'all are upset, Io Sky, she did not win. Rhea Liv is what's going to happen, most likely at the January 6th episode of Raw, first one on Netflix, because they are building that up like it's WrestleMania caliber, which I am fine with. Rhea Liv can happen, be done with. Then you can even have Io Sky win the Rumble, Rhea, Io, WrestleMania. Io can win there. If that's the game plan, I have no problem with it. They still do got to work on the lack of actual big-time credible challengers for the Women's World Championship on Raw, like that whole title scene. But I digress. I'm not upset that Liv won, just as some of you are, but I figured it was going to happen, so it happened. And as for Chelsea Green, another thing that was expected, but totally fine with, because it's Chelsea Green. She's been killing it since she got back, so she absolutely deserves to be the first ever WWE United States Women's Champion. Though, it does make me wonder, is she going to have an actual reign with this, or are they going to really stick with her character, and she gets forced to defend it this Friday on SmackDown? Or, I guess not next Friday, maybe 2 weeks from now, because that's when it's the last SmackDown again. And in her first defense, like that, loses the belt, and it's like in 3 seconds or something. I'm sure the internet will probably go batshit crazy over that, but if that were for her character, which that's what it is, I wouldn't have a problem with it. Though, I wouldn't have a problem with her also having at least maybe like a 2-3 month championship run before dropping to someone like a Michin, because she definitely deserves to be here and deserves to be a mid-card women's champion of some kind, because now we got the Women's Intercontinental Championship over on Raw. So that's fine too. Now let's talk about the World Championships. Gunther, Finn, Priest. Again, we knew Gunther was not going to win this, or not going to lose this. And Finn getting pinned basically furthers the story that Priest will tell, being like, you still haven't beaten me straight up one-on-one. They will do another match. That'll probably be on Raw on Netflix or something. They can't own everything on Raw on Netflix. It is still a Raw. You don't have time for everything, especially with all the people that are going to be showing up there. So the feud between them is probably over. Though I've always said, I saw someone perfectly say, Gunther got to get out of the Judgment Day vortex. Hell, Priest and Finn got to get out of the damn vortex. It's freaking crazy. That new Judgment Day is going to break up so fast, it's going to be crazy. But Gunther retains. Your time's coming up, bro. So we will see you around, Gunther. And then as for Cody KO, y'all know how I felt about this. Y'all do. I'm disappointed, but I'm not as disappointed as I would have been if I kept being like, yo, come on, KO, come on, KO, come on, KO. Cody won, brought back the Winged Eagle. It was basically doomed from the start. My gripe is what they did after the show. They had Kevin Owens attack Cody Rhodes again off air, which I understand why they do it. We're all on social media. We're all going to look and be like, oh, whoa, what happened? That's crazy. But you should have really ended the show like that, because on a show where everything was predictable, that was one thing we didn't expect, of like Cody hitting someone gets hit with a package pile driver, which is different than what Cody hit Randy with, because that was a regular pile driver. The package pile driver was like literally what KO used to do allowing the indies before he came to WWE. So that would have been crazy. He freaking put Cody on a stretcher and got in a shoving match with Triple H, all while taking the Winged Eagle title. Like, that's the shit you do while you are still on the air, especially after a show like this, which, if you enjoyed it, great. But if you will say it was a glorified house show, sure, I agree with that. If you say Cody and KO didn't get into another gear, I understand that too. And my biggest gripe, the feud is going to continue. Cody's going to come back from this. And they're probably going to have another match at the Royal Rumble for the title. And on that night, Randy Orton is going to finally come back. He's going to screw Kevin Owens. And Kevin Owens will have lost a third straight title match. Second while being a heel and doing great work. And Cody will retain the championship. While again, they'll have the same opportunity to potentially have Kevin Owens win the championship at Royal Rumble or something. And on the same night, Sami win the Royal Rumble. And they, boom, champion, challenger, begin their road to WrestleMania 41 for Sami to win the World Championship. But again, they won't do it. It is what it is. But I definitely do not like the fact that this feud is going to continue for the sole reason of Kevin Owens is going to lose again. Now after putting Cody Rhodes on a damn stretcher and even getting into a shoving fight with Triple H. Like, dudes, just what are we doing, man? I don't know. But either way, Saturday night's main event is in the rearview mirror. I'm looking forward to World's End coming up in just a few weeks. That show is going to be stacked. It is going to be awesome. It's going to be a great way to close out. Just was been a crazy banner year for both WWE and AEW. A lot of great moments has happened. I went to my first WrestleMania. Like, this year was absolutely incredible. 2025 is going to be amazing for both companies. I know it. It shall be so. So I cannot freaking wait. If you guys enjoyed Saturday night's main event, good for you. If you didn't, I understand. But World's End's coming up. It's going to be awesome. It continues this Wednesday. More of the C2. And who the hell are the Death Riders going to kill? I just saw they killed FTR to end Collision. So that was crazy. So, watch out, dudes. Watch for when you hear the music. Because the One True King is coming to put a sword in your heart and maybe even freaking cut your head off. But this Monday, we will continue the road to basically the next Saturday night's main event, as well as the Royal Rumble. So, let's hope Sami Zayn, starts racking out some wins for his future world title reign next year. But, until then, you guys, deuces, fuses, and I will see you guys after this Monday's Raw. Keep liking, subscribing, and all that cool stuff. Go on, enjoy the rest of your night. Get out of here.